When I got accepted, I was really excited, especially because I was the first one in my family to go to college. I felt proud because I felt like I felt like I was making a change in my family being the first one, especially since I have 4 younger sisters. I really wanted to be a role model for my sisters. In my family, like my mother as well as her 2 sisters, all of them were teen mothers. And so in my family, like the expectation for me was to be a teen mother too. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted to change that, that expectation. Even though I was a full-time student, I felt like I needed to work to not only support myself, but to still contribute to my family. I started working 2 jobs. I was working during the week, I was working on weekends, and trying to be a full-time student. And eventually it all just fell apart. Right. And I got really sick and I was diagnosed with something that's called hyperthyroidism. I would lose my vision in class sometimes. My skin became really scaly and really dry, and even at times, like my body would just ache. It makes you feel like you're dying almost. It took a few years before I got well again. But what really motivated me to come back is when I was gone, moving back home, it really reminded me of the situation that my family was in. When I moved back home, like I said, my mother had just got divorced and my family was evicted, and we ended up staying in a family friend's house. There was 6 of us in one room. It was me, my mom, and all of my sisters. It reminded me like, wow, we're poor. And I needed to work hard, and I wasn't gonna be able to do the things I wanted to do in life or help my family if I didn't have an education. I think what helped me readjust is when I came back, one of my mentors told me I should enroll in a class with a professor on campus, Professor Glenn Omatsu. I entered his class that semester. I was struggling, and I had a 1.8 GPA. And he took the time to mentor me, to help me better my writing skills. And after that semester in his class, every semester after that, my GPA was above a 3.0. Wow. Something else I would like to do is I really want to have a community foundation for students that are low income, that are first generation students, because I feel like at the high schools, there's a lot of students that get overlooked because they may not have the best GPA or high test scores, but students that have a lot of potential. Right. And I want to help those students apply to college, especially when you're first generation. Your family doesn't know how to navigate through the education system, and I feel like there needs to be a resource in the community that's easily accessible for students to not only help them apply to college, but to teach students study skills and skills needed to survive and graduate from the university. I would tell students never give up and never forget where you come from, because it's those obstacles and those challenges that you face. Those are the things that will motivate you to keep moving forward.